Okay, for this first demo match, I've selected Everton as the hosting side, Tottenham away. I went ahead and filled in their ratings here at the top of the score sheet. So up here you'll need the attack, defense, aggression, and keeper numbers for both sides. And there are two primary steps to getting ready to play. The first thing is you compare the control numbers, 9 versus 7. And that's a difference of 2, which gives Everton a 1 to 12 control range. And then we also add up their aggression numbers. 4, 7 is 11. We look up here, that's grade B, that's a discipline grade. From the perspective of the referee, how difficult is this match theoretically going to be? And then that gives us a pitch battle range of 15 to 20. Or, as I like to say in the instructions, a pitch battle number of 15. So 15 or higher on the discipline die, and we have a pitch battle. Otherwise, it's an attack sequence. And that's the basics of the game in terms of the types of sequences, determining that. Now, let's get into timing. Let's go ahead and start this thing. So having done all that, you roll one die to kick off, and you roll a discipline die along with the timing. You start in the first minute, so we add 1 to the die, and it is 6 plus 1 is the 7th minute for the first sequence. We had a really high roll here. 18 makes it a pitch battle. First sequence going to the pitch battle chart. So the pitch battle chart encompasses all the things that happen when both teams are challenging for the ball, and there's a lot of physical challenges occurring. Yellow cards, injuries, red cards can occur off of here, a few set pieces. So I rolled a 16 on the first half column. 2 minutes, yellow card, 2 players are down in a heap. Now it's an aggression check to see which team it's on. So to do an aggression check, you take the difference between their aggression numbers, so that's going to be +3 on Tottenham's die. I generally use the blue die as the away side. So 16 and 12, and so we add 3, makes a 15. So Everton is the more aggressive side at the moment, and they will draw the first yellow card. That is going to go against Tom Davies. Oh, I thought I rolled a 90. It's a 98. That's actually Mason Holgate. And we already got a couple minutes of stoppage time. All right, so now we enter the normal phase of timing, which means we roll 2 dice and add them together. 10 minutes elapse. 17th minute, another pitch battle. First half column 45. No stoppage time this time, but there is a yellow card on an easy call. So this is just one of those quick cards. The player knows what he did and why. The aggression check says, oh, it's Everton again. My goodness, 75. They may get in a little bit of card trouble here. Idrissa Gueye, if I pronounce that correctly. And on we go. Whoa, huge roll. 17 minutes, so that gets us to the 34th for the first real attack sequence of the match. I roll all 4 dice for an attack sequence. The 17 falls in Tottenham's range. The 20 falls out of anybody's defense range. So therefore, it is Tottenham in column A with a 94 that's going to get him a corner kick. 72 on the corner kick check is too high. The defenders clear the ball. A 9 and a 1, 10 minutes gets us to the 44th minute. We're getting close to crunch time here. And the 5 is a attack sequence. Tottenham again. This time we have Everton defending, and they're going to shift that to column D, and it's a good thing because it was a low roll. The lower the roll, the better for the attackers. So this says defense 9 or better intercepts, but they're an 8. Otherwise, they concede a corner kick. So Tottenham with another corner kick chance. It could have been worse for Everton. 50, again, is too high. And the keeper is going to control that one. So on we go. We're almost to the end of the first half. I'm still rolling 2 dice. A 7 and a 1. Well, that clearly exceeds the 1 minute of regulation remaining. Therefore, we drop the 7 and we apply the 1. By dropping the die, that's the indicator that you're now in crunch time. So I put a bracket on the sheet, and it is an attack sequence, rather. So having entered crunch time, I'll go ahead and put my pawn here, indicating that we're in the 45th minute. We got those 2 minutes of stoppage time out there. And go ahead and resolve this attack sequence. Wow, Tottenham again. They've had the majority of the ball, but Everton shifts it to column D, and that falls in this range. It says forward tracks back to force a turnover. So Tottenham defended here. And now we roll 1 die in the crunch phase. 2 minutes remaining. I roll a 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That exceeds our remaining time. And so there is no other action. And that ends the first half. We are scoreless. All right. So let's just move on and do the second half of this thing. See how this concludes. Someone going to score? We're going to end up with a draw. All right, so you begin in the 46th minute. You're rolling 1 die for the kickoff. 8, that gets you to the 54th minute, and it is an attack sequence. Everton finally with a chance, but Tottenham defending, 37. We've had a highly defensive match. Offside trap pays off. So Everton is flagged offside. Back to the normal phase. 13 minutes elapse, gets us to the 67th. It's an attack sequence. We have Tottenham defended, column D, 25. Defense 5 or better wins the throw-in. So Tottenham is defended here. Boy, lots of defense. Interesting. "11 minutes gets us to the 78th for an attack sequence. This is Everton, column A, 16. That's a good roll. Their attack rating is 8. It says attack rating 8+ scores. So Everton on the board in the 78th minute. Who's our hero here? Rolling in the goals column. 72 gives us Digne. And on we go. Still normal timing. 8 minutes elapse. 86th minute pitch battle this time. 39. So we're in the second half column now. 2 minutes, yellow card ag check, 2 players down in a heap. Okay. Who's been naughty? It is Tottenham, player 66, Kevin Trippier. That gives us our first 2 minutes of stoppage time. with only 4 minutes remaining. Huge roll, maximum roll in fact. So what do? This is interesting, right? So 18 minutes can't elapse. We only have 4 remaining in regulation. So we drop the 9, we apply the other 9, which also is going to get us beyond all remaining time. So what that means is the amount of stoppage time accrued is less than the default interval, so that doesn't matter, we ignore it. And then we enter crunch time. 86 plus 9 would be the 95th minute, and we don't have that many, so therefore we go, that would take us here, but we're stuck with the default interval. So we stop at +3, and because we've exceeded that, then we're essentially out of time, but the rule at the end of the second half is that there is always one final attack in the final minute. So I'll put an underline there to indicate that. It doesn't matter what the discipline die says for the final attack, because we're doing an attack regardless. So let's just see what happens here. This is the final action of the match. It is Tottenham in control. Everton unable to defend. Oh no! 10! Look at this. Attack 6 scores. Tottenham has leveled things up right here at the end of the match. Wow. The points slipped away from Everton right at the last. That's just awful, isn't it? Poor guys. Eric Lamela comes up with it. All right, there you go. We end up with a 1-1 draw with a dramatic goal by Lamela in the final seconds of the match. So that's one example of a Dice United match, and I will do several more so that you can see the variety of ways that stoppage time and crunch time and all those sorts of things, final attacks, how all that stuff plays out. All right, thanks for watching.